There's a story yesterday mapping out a course where you could end up with Golden State next year. Could you just, Chris Hayden's run, could you just respond to that?
Do I have to?
Well, you're bigger than me, but if you could, that would be good.
I mean, I woke up, I got up early, ate breakfast, went back to sleep. So when I woke up, it was the first thing that was kind of on my phone. I got an alert on my phone, and a few people had hit me about it, whatever or whatnot. The first thing I did was start laughing, actually. And then I thought about it. I think it's doing it's nonsense, and it's a non-story. And I think it's a discredit to what I'm trying to do here. It's a discredit to my teammates and the coaching staff here. My only focus right now is trying to, figure out how we can become a championship caliber team in these next few months. And there's been so many stories about me in the last few months and the last few days about where I'm going and where I'm at and what place I'm in. I'm here, I'm right now, and this is my present, this is where I'm at. If you don't hear something come from my voice, then it's not true. I don't give a damn how close they are. I don't care if it's my kids, my wife, or whatever. If it's not from me, it's not true. So, not even like upset right now about it. I think it's just a discredit to my teammates because I'm the leader of these guys, and for them to have to hear that stuff every single day about my free agency, I apologize to them. I will handle my summer situation when my summer gets here, and I would not handle it right now. You guys know, in my 15-year career, I've been a free agent twice so far, or 3 times, and I've always handled it at the right appropriate time, and that's at the end of the season when it's time appropriate, and I've never let anything on the outside get in the way of what I'm trying to accomplish. So I know the soundbite will be broken up and cut, and however you guys want to cut it up, but the Golden State conversation is a non-story. All the other conversations is a non-story. My focus right now is on this team and trying to figure out how we can get back to a 4th NBA Finals and compete for a championship. Everything else, if it's not about this team, if you want to ask me about this team, I can answer it good, bad, or ugly. But please, for the rest of the season, don't ask me about nothing else, no other team. Unless we're competing against them the next night, or you want to ask me about a highlight that happened the night before. Don't ask me about being on a team, on another team, because it's unfair to my teammates here, my 14 teammates that we come and work hard for, the coaching staff and this fan base. So that's what I got to say about that.
Because you just said, LeBron, unless it comes from your mouth, we should disregard it. Did you check to see if this story came from anyone in your camp?
I don't need to, and it didn't. And I don't think it did. And even if it could be, I know how it works. I know exactly how it works. It's 30 teams right now that at the end of the day probably want to sit down with me at the end of the season. Right? Correct. So, it's so easy to make a story out of that. I mean, I can write a story today and say, okay, well, Sacramento is would love to pitch LeBron. But the fact when it comes that LeBron is willing to sit down, I saw that part. LeBron never said that. And I don't like even saying that. It feels like I never said that. I never said that I'll sit down with Golden State or sit down with anybody. I've never talked about any other team throughout my journey. And the only thing that bothers me is that people get to go on talk shows and shows and discredit what I'm doing and say, well, if he does this, then this is the worst thing he could do. If he does this, if he's engaging in that, then it tarnishes his legacy. Like that stuff, that's what bothers me because I have no control over that. I'm not even involved in that. So what I can control is how I prepare myself every day with this group of guys. What I cannot control is these stories that come out, but what I will not allow is for people to kind of, use my name, as we already know they do, to create something that's a non-story. So the Golden State thing is a non-story.
We are all, of course, used to these kinds of stories coming out about you. I'm sure your teammates are as well. It's part of the game.
No, it's not. It's different. It's not a part of the game.
No, let me finish. Is because it's specifically about the Warriors, this time was it disruptive?
No, I don't even think it's disruptive to my guys because they hear it all the time. I don't think it's disruptive. I just want to end this thing right now. It's not disruptive. I mean, we came in and had a hell of a practice today. I don't think it's disruptive. But the conversation is going to continue to happen throughout the whole season. I get that. I get that. It's going to be every single day. I get that. Where's LeBron? The LeBron meter. Where is he going to end up? Where is he going to do? Like, I just want you guys to know that my focus right now is on the Cavs and how we can get back to the finals for a 4th straight year. That's my focus. And everything else is going to get talked about, but it's not a distraction. But like, I think it's just it's unfair to my teammates that come here every day. I mean, I can handle it myself, but it's unfair to those guys.
Ron, most of these guys are numb to this. They've been through this with you. Did you feel the need to say anything, though, or apologize, or explain this situation?
No.
Okay.
Hell no. Apologize for what?
No, I'm not saying apologize. I'm just saying explain what went on. Okay.
No.
Did the story spur any conversation between you and coaches after the front office?
No. The story, the Warrior story?
Correct.
No. This is coming from me. This is coming from me. This ain't coming from the front office, the coaching staff, my teammates, my family. This is coming straight, direct from me. This is coming direct from me. The story needs to be LeBron is focused on getting his team back to the finals. That's what the story should be. Because I'm telling you guys right now, not, oh, I'm angry about what the Golden State story, or I'm angry about what the Lakers and Philly and Houston and San Antonio and Sacramento and Orlando and Miami and Toronto. I can name all 30 teams. Like, that's not the story. The story for me, personally, my focus right now, and I'm driven right now to figure out how we can put the right basketball every single night to compete for a championship and get to the final for a 4th straight year. That's what my focus is. That's what the story is. When the summer comes, you guys know, that's been around me for 15 years or not 15 years, how I approach my summer, how I approach my free agency. It has not changed.
So you're right. These stories are out all the time. So why is now the right time to take such a firm stand like you are today?
I don't know. It's just where I'm at. I didn't say nothing about it yesterday. So I wanted to see y'all face to face, so I let y'all know how sincere I am. Instead of getting on Twitter or getting on Instagram, then you know how real this is right now. Like, this is my focus. And nothing else is not stopping me from me trying to get this team back to the finals.
Because you've been through free agency so many different times and you understand the buzz that it creates. At the beginning of the season, did you have conversations with your teammates to try and let them know what to expect?
No. Because at the end of the day, we're all teammates, but we all have to control our own careers too. Like, I mean, these guys have been around long enough to know that this is a business and whatever happens, happens. And, you know, we want to try to stay together for as long as possible, but we know it's a business. We've seen that this year. We've seen that in the NBA this year. So I don't need to sit down with my teammates and tell them, hey guys, maybe I could become a free agent or something. Like, that's weird. It's so weird.
Personally, you haven't had a great